Hello and welcome to One Cool Thing, PC Mag's daily show where we show you, wait a minute, 4 cool things? 5 cool?
4 cool things.
Welcome to 4 Cool Things, PC Mag's daily show where we show you 4 cool things, which we are testing out here in the PC Mag Labs. I'm Sasha Segan, this is Victoria Song, and if you are watching us live on Facebook, then please make comments, ask questions about our fantastic 4 products today. I can make some superhero commentary, but we'll keep on moving on with the intro. If you're watching us later on YouTube, then please like and subscribe. We have a new One Cool Thing every day, and occasionally
4 cool things.
It is more than one cool thing. So yeah, let's get to the products. Today we are looking at smart plugs?
Yes, smart plugs. They're plugs that make your dumb home smart.
Okay, now I don't understand on a basic level here, because to me a plug is like, it's a purely binary thing. It's on or it's off. What makes a plug smart?
So what makes a plug smart is that it has Wi-Fi capabilities. It can connect to your smartphone and enable you to turn your dumb appliances or dumb lighting rigs. We're using lighting because it's a little bit easier to demonstrate. You can take things that are not inherently smart, like this USB-powered Tesla lamp that you can't actually see because the lights in here are super bright. It's definitely running. Or just like an ordinary lamp, and turn it into a smart lamp. Things that you can control remotely when you're out of the home, things that you can schedule. So it's a really great way to dip your toe into getting your home automated without spending a lot of money.
So instead of replacing all your bulbs with smart bulbs, you can just plug all the existing lights into smart plugs and use whatever bulb you want to.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's just basically how they work, but you don't have to be limited to lights. You can use it for coffee makers. So if you have a hankering for caffeine in the morning and you really don't want to turn on your coffee maker, you can just load it up at night and plug it into a smart plug, and it'll go at whatever time you need it to go at in the morning.
Or I was thinking about, I have a TiVo in my house that I know that basically only needs to be on for like 3 hours a day, because that's, I'm only really recording stuff at prime time that I care about.
Yeah.
But it has to be plugged in all the time right now. I could tell a smart plug to just turn it on when it needs to be on?
Oh. You can, so all of them, they cost around similar prices. They basically have similar features. They'll have an assortment of voice control, so with Alexa, Google Assistant, one of them has Cortana, some of them have Apple Siri. Depending on which features that they actually have, you can tell Alexa to turn it on, or you can just control it from your smartphone, and they all have different types of scheduling and scenes, so you can have your devices interacting with each other. So let's say at a certain time you want your TiVo to come on and you have more than one smart plug, you can have your TiVo come on and you can have something else turn on at the same time.
So I could say, so I could have my TiVo come on and the lights in the room go down.
Exactly.
Okay.
You can have that, you can just set that up. It requires a little legwork on your part, but you can do that. Or I believe this one, the Aukey Wi-Fi smart plug. This one's actually a pretty great value because you get 2 of them for $25.
Wow.
So that's really economical if you just want to dip your toe in. They have conditional scenes. So let's say you plug one into a lamp and one into a air conditioner. You can say when it turns 85 degrees, turn my air conditioner on and my lights off at the same time. So that's something that you can do.
Wow.
And that's pretty cool.
How does it know when it's 85 degrees? Do you have a smart thermometer plugged in too?
No, it doesn't. It'll basically go off of your location within the app and see what weather is.
So it goes based on the weather? Oh, that's awesome.
So that's not something that every single one of them has, but that is one that comes with this, and it also works with humidity. So if you want to use it for air conditioners, you can also plug your air conditioner into a smart plug. So smarter energy usage that way. Speaking of energy usage, some of them will come with energy usage monitoring, so you can see exactly how many kilowatt hours you're using, how much money you're saving based on your income, the income in your area. So it depends on what you want to use for your lifestyle, but all of them are economical and kind of easy ways to turn your dumb home smart.
Now, if I decide to experiment with a smart plug, do I then have to buy only that brand of smart plug? Are these siloed?
Not necessarily. You can use different smart plugs in conjunction with each other. So it just depends on what platforms they support. So obviously you want ones that have synergy with each other. And if you want to do that, a good way to do that is to control it through Alexa or a particular hub.
We have a Google Home house. So
Yeah.
we're Google Assistant.
All of these support Google Assistant. So it's just depending on what platform you've chosen to use. The hardest one is if you like Apple HomeKit, and if you're a really Apple heavy home, you're going to have the hardest time because not all of them support HomeKit at this point in time. I mean, like this one does, I believe. We have a handy dandy chart. You can't ask me to like.
Well, let's take a question and then we'll start working our way through the handy dandy chart.
What would you say to a viewer who's concerned about hacking with smart homes?
Here's the thing. All smart homes come with the risk of hacking. What you want to do is check our reviews of the smart home, like a certain type of security routers, security hubs. Max Eddy and I have collaborated on a couple of them, like the Norton Core. Those will allow you to monitor your smart home devices much more smartly, and they'll be able to identify risks and help you create a safer environment.
Yeah, the most important thing with these kinds of devices, so one thing to understand is that these devices are on Wi-Fi, so they are connected to a Wi-Fi router. So the security weakness is in the Wi-Fi router. Yeah. So if you have a secure home network, then the plugs are not, people are not going to be able to get into the plugs. It's about the security of your router.
Yeah, it's about the security of your router, and if you want to take that extra step to get like a security hub, then you can do that and you can monitor your Wi-Fi activity a lot more securely. But most importantly, you basically want a plug, not a plug, a router that allows you to put a password in and change your password from the default.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that is, if you look at, sorry, try not to sneeze, this happens to me. So if you look at the big IoT hacking, IoT malware stories that have come out over the past couple of months, what they almost all have in common, what they may all have in common, is that they all affect devices which had the default administrator password. That is how this malware is getting into these devices. It is almost always, very frequently, it's IoT devices where you can't change the password.
Yeah, that's
basically like a lot of the security cameras.
Yeah.
You couldn't change the password, and so the malware was just going into all these devices with the default password.
Yeah, but it is a risk that you kind of assume when you do upgrade your life in this way, and there are measures that you can take about it, like check out Max Eddy's writing on the IoT. He has a lot of great tips on like VPNs, security hubs, things that you can do to make, you know, not eliminate all the risk, but eliminate a lot of unnecessary ones that you might take.
Okay. Oh, we got another question.
So with these situations, we're looking at really add-ons for existing outlets. Can you replace the outlets themselves and make them smart?
No. Not yet. That would require, see, the nice thing about these is that when you install them, they're just basically plug and play. You're just gonna plug them into your outlet, connect them to your phone by downloading an app, and that's basically it. Setup is really easy, especially if your Wi-Fi is solid and not going down all the time, you're gonna have a good time. And the nice thing about all of these is that you can fit two to a standard wall socket. They're all slim enough to do that. If you're gonna use them in a power strip, you do have to consider the shape a little bit more. So like this one, they all fit nice in a row. If you tried to plug them into this one, because of the way that the outlets are oriented, you're gonna have a lot more trouble. Like this one. This one's really great for wall sockets because you have the plug on the side, so you can just run up the plug and it's got a nice little night light in front. But if you put it in a power plug,
it's taking up 3
power
slots.
strip, it's taking up 3 slots, and the plug is on the side. So this is not great if your power strips have this orientation.
And what's this model? This is the iDevices?
iDevices Switch. It's a great plug, but if you primarily have power strips that look like this is not the type of thing you want to do. So you really do want to take into consideration the shape and the size of the plugs when you're buying them.
And now you were saying that if I want to control my home with Google Home and I want to monitor my energy usage, this is a good pick.
That is a good pick because we have a handy dandy little chart here with all the different specs.
Let's go to the chart.
Which will show you which voice control platforms they control, that they support, whether or not it supports if this then that, so you can create applets for it to kind of interact with your other devices and apps, and whether or not it has energy reporting. So you have Google Assistant,
right?
And you want energy reporting, so you can see that the iDevices switch supports both of those,
as well as the Belkin Wemo Insight,
and as well as the TP-Link Casa
and
Smart
the
Wi-Fi Plug Mini.
TP-Link Casa. There you go.
Yeah.
So, okay, so now you gave editor's choices to 3 of these?
Well, one of them, I did not review the Wemo Insight Smart Plug. That was our previous editor's choice.
Okay.
But I did review the iHome ISP6X Smart Plug. And part of the reason why we gave that the editor's choice was because for the value that you're getting, you get a lot of smart home support. You don't see it in the chart here, but it also supports Samsung SmartThings. You do see it in the chart here, but it supports Nest. It will come out with IFT support later on in the year, so you just have a lot of different broad platforms, which means you can mix and match smart devices from different manufacturers in your home and not worry about whether or not the platform's going to work.
And you have Alexa and Apple and Google.
Yes.
Right, right. Let's take another question.
Someone wants to know where they can buy these things. They're pretty much available anywhere, right?
Yeah, they're pretty much available anywhere. You can stop by a Best Buy. You can just hop online. You can go to Amazon. They're all basically there.
Okay, so our editor's choice, our editor's choices here. Now, you gave these both editor's choices because one of them's indoor, one of them's outdoor.
Yeah, so there are some that are outdoors. So if you have like
water resistant,
gotcha. If you want to use them with your outdoor security cameras or outdoor things that need plugging in outside, your grill or whatever, like you can use those outdoors. But a lot of them are really great. Like I said, the Aki is great if you just don't want to spend a lot of money, but you kind of want to dip your toe into the stuff. That's $25 for 2 plugs. That's a really great value.
How about ease of configuration?
How do you mean?
Like, are some of them easier than others to set up and pair and keep them running?
Yes, like the basic setup will be the same for all of them, but their apps are different. So in each review, we go into detail about what the app experience is like, whether the design is good. Some of them, the apps are a little clunkier than others, so you're gonna have to like, kind of just trying to figure out how you're gonna set things up. Sometimes we have a little trouble, and by trouble I mean we have to do it multiple times trying to set it up with Alexa or Cortana or Google Assistant. Generally, how it's gonna go is you're gonna enable the skill, you're gonna look for the device, and then make it work that way. But so some of them, and I go into detail in each of my reviews, have like a really easy setup process and a really great app experience. Some of them have a kind of crappy app experience, but you can do a lot with them. So it's kind of a mix and match about what your trade-offs are going to be.
Okay, great. So we have a full roundup of all of these smart plugs on PCMag.com. A whole bunch of smart plug reviews. I'm sold, actually. I think I might pick one of these up very soon and use it to start timing the electricity in my house and turning off the refrigerator at inconvenient times.
Your refrigerator.
Yeah, I need to save power. I really need to save power right now. Any more questions out there? No, we're good? Okay, great. Well, thank you all for watching. This has been One Cool Thing with 4 cool things, the smart plugs of 2018. We will be back tomorrow with another cool thing. If you're on Facebook, return live at 10 a.m. tomorrow. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. On PC Mag's channel, we have a new One Cool Thing every weekday for you.